People, welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, today we have a more light-hearted story just to kick off, or should I say, end off the year, right? Because now we're hearing that over there in St. Catherine, right, at the Jamaica Boilers Group, right, the man them end up lick a best dressed chicken chuck, right? Yes, people, even chicken chucks are no longer safe. Now, I've heard about man lick Brinks truck, man liquor truck, bread van, all kind of thing, right? But chicken truck, I think this is a new one. I can't remember another case of a chicken truck getting stolen. Now, you might be thinking, well, them just repeat and drive it down on the road and pull it over. No. The truck was safely parked in the compound over there at Spring Village, right? On the company's ground. Now, the police have launched, apparently, some big manhunt to try and find the people them who do it. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I waste some time a launch manhunt for? The people them who stole this truck are not in the streets. The people them who stole this truck don't come from Trelawney or Moby. It's clearly the same worker them pull it off. Which people, if you know how that compound look, if you ever drive through St. Catherine and look at that compound, right, in terms of security and the way it's set up, you probably have an easier time getting in an up park camp than getting in and out of that compound. It's one hell of a compound and there's multiple checkpoints to get in and out, right? Yet still a truck that was parked on the compound managed to make it out, right, through all them checkpoints, all them cameras, and nobody knows nothing, and nobody know nothing. Listen. If ever there was a thing called an inside job, this is an example. And to be fair, this should be the first thing I look at. I don't know them waste some time about them a launch man on for. Right? Apparently 300 bags of chicken were stolen and them end up finding back 80. Now if you know anybody, right, if you know anybody who did suddenly just start have extra chicken all of a sudden over the Christmas period, you might be getting a call from the police very soon. Right, if you see anybody walk around and tell us about them have chicken to sell, and you don't know them as no farmer, you don't know them as no poultryman, you don't know them as having no big range where them can grow much chicken, then if you did buy one of your chicken them, please hurry up and digest it, right, and pass it out into the toilet so that there's no evidence left, right, because you might be getting scraped up in this hall because Jamaica broilers now and them chicken just go like that, right? So people, if we need the whole lamp on the night chicken them, none of them 300 bags there, well, 220 because them recover 80. Please, if you have no chicken left over in the fridge, hurry up and eat it, right? Because the police will be looking for the chicken them, right? And it just goes to show, right? So this happened on Christmas Eve, right? And the funny thing is that I'm reading the article. It says the hoodlums gain entry to the Spring Village compound about 2:45 a.m. These ain't no hoodlums, are the staff them. What do you mean hoodlums? Even if it was outside man pull it off, it had to be staff on the inside who help them out, right? So even if a couple of 87s are the people who actually come in at the compound, and listen, think about it for a second, people. If you don't work in a compound like that, for you just take the chance of boy you jump through fence and cut through corner and go take truck and move out back truck, it's virtually impossible. Especially the coming back out part. See the easy, yeah, they can jump fence, you know. Don't get me wrong, people, they can jump fence and go around corner, you know. But the real challenge will be getting the chicken and the truck out of the compound. We're not talking about a van, you know, people. We're talking about a Freightliner freezer truck, right? A Freightliner, right? So not only is it, first of all, most 87s can't even drive one Axio without crashing, right? If they have to drive one Axio under little pressure, then turn over and mash it themselves. And this brother or this group of people go in the compound and safely pull out a Freightliner, right, and carry it on about them business. People, hear me say, I know it's easy to say, oh, the hoodlums, and I know them probably soon start blame man from Spanish Town, and you go, you say, boy, I probably man from the garrison and a man, yeah. People are the same staff them help set this up. As I said, even if an outsider did play a role, you must have somebody from the inside guiding you, right, and helping you to pull out something like this, right? First of all, if anybody know about truck business, right, and anybody can jump in a truck and start it, right? It's not any and everybody can jump in a truck and even start it. I'm not talking about driving, I'm talking about starting, much less to navigate out of the compound and go about them business. And after them unload the truck them, right, then basically left the truck on the side of the road and then find it over there in a place called Amity Hall, right, because the truck have a tracker and them thing upon it, right. So of course them probably know that long in advance, right. So once them empty out the chicken bag them, right, them just left the truck, call them the business board the truck, right. So Jamaica broilers, please look internally, right, before they start dig up the whole of Spanish Town and before police start beat up man and ask man the chicken what them they know about. Please look internally at the staff before they start growing and make police start beat man in a Spanish Town over chicken, right. And as I said, the people them who they buy when I chicken them, cause people who don't know when things not right, You know when something not right. If man come to you who you know with chicken, I sell you chicken, right? And you know man as a poultry farmer, and you buy a chicken, you know sir probably the chicken from our best dress, right? So it's either if your chicken still in the freezer, right? I don't know if you want to be honest and go return it, or throw it in a pot, season it up, throw it in a pot, cook it down, eat it and digest it quickly, right? Because I don't want you to none of my subscribers them down a station say I want chicken leg, right? Now one next thing I want to touch on people. Over there in Hillshire, apparently this Boxing Day is the driest it's ever been in years, right? Because apparently in November, 2 man they claim say crocodile tried draw them, right? And then the vendors at Hillshire are saying that, it's because people hear about crocodile in Hillshire, why them now come on the beach. Listen to what I'm saying now. That may deter a few people. First of all, the crocodile attack happened over there in Fort Clarence, not Hillshire. So the vendors are right. It didn't happen on Hillshire, it happened in Fort Clarence, right? So Hillshire really shouldn't be getting the blame for that. However, I would say, how many people go Hillshire to go swimming in Hillshire dirty water? Not many people. As a matter of fact, most of the beach in Hillshire recede long time. Hardly any beach left over there, right? People really go Hillshire to go eat fish and kick back and chill. So the restaurant them empty, I don't have anything to do with crocodile attack. What all the way in November, right? And enough time man get attacked by animals over there because people are even saying it's probably even not a crocodile, right? The vendors them are saying it's a shark because them end up finding about 3 sharks in around the same period of time, right? Now here's the thing, people. In the same article, some man who claims that them collect money for park vehicle, right? Them are complaining to them the money neither. Right, them used to collect money from people. Remember, people, Hillshire is a public piece of land. No man is supposed to over there collect the money for partner vehicle, right? And them about say them they make the money. Now think about the audacity of you collecting money from people on a public piece of property was supposed to be free, and have the audacity for your bar and a company say nothing not going for you. You know what? If anything, I them think they deter people from going to Hillshire. Right, because me don't know, we are going to have a public piece of land and you're going to tell me, said, you're going to stand up and tell me, say, me have a park on public property, right? Then, a matter of fact, might as well me go down to Emancipation Park and start and just stand up at the gate and tell everybody, say, pay me $100 to go in. Because if you can go on a Hillshire, why you can't go on down to Emancipation Park? If man can go Hillshire go eat a food, why me can't eat a food down to Emancipation Park? So if anybody here say, Sir P doing Emancipation Park or any other public land, I collect money if people go in, just know say, I saw the thing said, I'm just try to eat a food. Because that's the Jamaican excuse. Me I eat a food. You try to stop me from eat a food. I don't think they turn people off for Hillshire. Nobody no one got Hillshire go pay no man for partner car. And the thing is, if you don't give them it, then probably make man mash out the car glass or all kind of things. Them kind of energy there. Why people get turned off from Hillshire? Which crocodile? Nobody business about a crocodile. No man now go Hillshire go swim. Very few people go Hillshire go Hillshire. Anytime they go Hillshire, look, it's the restaurant them pack up and very few man are swimming in dirty water over there. Right? It's the food people go Hillshire for. So if me don't know how attack all the way in mid-November, I must stop man from go Hillshire. We need to get rid of this all of them little you boy they were over there in a parking lot. I tell people say, yo, give me this, or else you can't park your car. At them Monday, I chase the people from Elsha. So the vendor them need to turn them energy to that, to them Monday, and stop. Because they're trying to make it sound like, oh well, cause the media say attack up over Elsha. A years now, crocodile rush man over there so, and shark rush man over there so, and it not stop nobody from going Elsha. It's this little agriculture of people pulling up, and I tell you, say, oh, you have to give me this for park here, so them little thing that turn people off of Elsha. So they need to sort out themselves, right? Or simple, just lose business. Simple as that, you know. Because people have a choice. Nobody not have to go this. So they need to sort out themselves. And it's a shame because Elsha is a cultural and historical important place to Jamaica. Everybody know. Go to Elsha, go kick back and eat two fish is a classic Jamaican pastime. But if people have to go deal with a certain man, we'll go tell them, say, oh, give me this. And the thing is, some people might say, well, it's not enough money they might ask for therapy. That's not the point. It's the fact that the attitude is you have to give me. It don't matter if it's $1. It's the fact that people feel like they're being coerced. Right? People feel like they're being, because they're basically low-key badness them are using. Right? Even though them now pulling a weapon upon you, you know, so if you don't give them it, then something might happen to your vehicle. Right? So, people, as they say there, Elsha, get on the act together. Right? Patreon squad, big up on yourself. People, bring back the people them chicken, please. Bless up.